Welcome back, guys. My name is Amlan and I'm from explainwithexamples.com, and this tutorial is on understanding error reporting inside PHP. Well, I have already put my WAMP server online, as you can see, with this small green W thing, which indicates that the WAMP server is presently online, otherwise it will be pink. And also I have downloaded and I'm making use of Notepad++ text editor. So you can see, like, as soon as I click localhost, the WAMP server homepage comes. I mean, this indicates that the server connection is successful. If I go down and I see my projects, well, there is this PHP coding basic series, inside which I am actually writing different type of scripts pertaining to the different chapters which I am making. So this chapter is basically chapter 8, and this is on error reporting. So what exactly is error reporting? You see, when we write our codes and like we give it to our web server for compiling, basically the web server, as it passes or rather checks through our code based on the script syntax, throws out error. Now, depending on how our PHP configuration files have been set up, that is PHP ini file has been set up, the errors would be reflected or not be reflected. So like what I mean, as of now I clearly know like that in this syntax, PHP line terminator, that is a semicolon, is expected in line. This is basically line 2, but I mean this actually is a fresh line. This is, you may take it down, and here actually there should be a semicolon here and also a semicolon at the end of line 4. So obviously this code would not work, and this should throw up an error which would say that that the compiler has encountered an error and it is expecting a semicolon or whatever there. But let's see whether it really does that. So I will just go here and I will point to my right file, error reporting 8, and let's see what happens. Well, you see, it's not displayed anything on screen. Why? Because we have turned error reporting off. And how did we do that? There are various ways of doing it. One of the ways is going to the PHP ini file and making the changes in that file itself. Other thing is by writing a piece of code, but that doesn't work in the local server end. That works when you do it in the public, production script in the production end. But let's try the PHP ini way. So first and foremost, just go to your WAM thing here inside PHP, go to PHP ini, and this comes inside this page. Just do a find, and let's just do that. Let's just take it down. I think here it should be, yeah. So here you can see that error reporting is of this various syntaxes, and by the way, this like semicolon, when you see here like this colons, actually this means that these are commented. So anytime you see all this, these are all commented. They are not taking effect. What's taking effect is the one without the colon. So error reporting has been set to 0. That means it's been set to not there. I mean, there is no error, there will be no errors reported. If we want to set certain error reporting, we can use any of these options. E all means all errors and warnings, E error means fatal runtime errors, and I mean the various types of error are all given here. So depending on the one which you want, you can select that. So in case I want the errors to be reflected while I code, I can do this E all, and this is recommended. This is actually recommended when you are actually doing development. When your project is on production, then it's recommended that you turn it off, because you don't want the viewers to actually see the error messages, because they can actually then understand the database scheme, know your various structural pattern which gets involved in the coding. So you don't want to do that. But now after having done this, just press Ctrl S, that's for saving the document. And now what you should do is restart all the services. So basically Apache needs to be restarted, but like inside WAMP, when you do restart all services, it automatically indicates that all the services, which implies Apache, PHP, MySQL, everything restarts. So it's actually turned now green. So it means that now it's all perfectly fine. And now if I just save this and again I try to reload it, there you go. Since the error reporting has been turned on, it is telling that it's expecting a colon or a semicolon, sorry, on line 4. And if you see line 4, here it is expecting 1. And if I can just go ahead and put the semicolon properly out there and save the document, and now if I reload it, there you go, Alex and Kalyan. Well, like I said, there are various ways also of doing it. You can actually use this function, error reporting, and like you can type here eall. But what happens is it doesn't work when you try this out in the local installation of the VM. This doesn't work even if I, like I remove this comma and comma, I mean semicolon semicolon out here, and I just save this and I like reload it. Well, it works because at present we have done it in the INI configuration itself. But let's see if I don't want any error reporting and I'm trying to do this. Let's see if it works now, because actually there is error, but I don't want to show errors by the error reporting and passing the constraint of 0, which means not to show any errors. Let's see if this works. It doesn't, you see. So it cannot override what is there in my INI file. So basically the INI file serves to be the final thing out here. So that is why this doesn't work there. So just let it out. But there are two ways of doing it. I mean, either you can do this error reporting 0, or there is another wonderful function called as ini underscore set. Using that also you can make changes in the PHP ini file. So I'll just now remove this, and like you have already seen, the error reporting is like one of the most important functions inside PHP ini, and hopefully this tutorial helps you understand that how you should be actually turning on the error reporting, at least when you are doing development, so that while developing you get to know what the various errors are, and you can accordingly then sculpt your code so that you can take into account the various different required things inside the scripting languages. That's it for today. I mean, it's me, Amlan, signing off for the day, and until next time, goodbye. Thank you.